Hey everybody, welcome into the Wager Talk TV YouTube channel. I'm Tony Mejia from sportsmemo.com, and we're going to be talking about the NBA draft, which begins on Wednesday and is a two-day event this season. So Wednesday will be held at Barclays Center, the entire first round, and then the second round, I think they're going to do something at ESPN's studios at South Street Seaport in New York City. So that'll be interesting to see how this is all laid out. There are obviously a lot of futures being decided and bandied about over the next couple of days. And the first overall pick right now, Zaccharie Risacher of France is the favorite. We're going to use DraftKings odds, but obviously you all have your different books. So we'll just use DraftKings as a barometer of sorts, but odds here and there will change. But Risacher is the favorite to be the number one pick at minus 250. Alex Sarr is at plus 600. And Donovan Clingan, of defending two-time national champion UConn, is at plus 270. Those are your projected top three in terms of the number one pick odds. But actually, Reed Sheppard of Kentucky is the favorite to go number three, but we'll get to that in a second. The drama with the number one overall pick is that the Hawks could trade it. The Hawks could use it to select Zaccharie Risacher, as is what is expected, or they could go with Alex Sarr, who is probably the most talented prospect in this draft because he's 7 feet tall and has some guard skills. He can hit the three. His brother Olivier plays for the Thunder. Collegiately in the United States. So people have been familiar with the Sarrs and specifically Alex Sarr's game for a long time. He plays over in France and again, did not choose to work out for the Atlanta Hawks, which obviously tells you he's not exactly gung-ho on the Hawks. But if they choose to take him without the workout, he could go number one at plus 600. They could also trade to somebody who wants him, potentially moving up to number one since the Hawks are willing trade partners. They're also looking into what deals are out there for Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. So very interesting to see what happens at number one. I would not write off Sarr. So actually, if you're going to bet anything, that would be the choice from me. Go Alex Sarr at plus 600 to go number one, pizza money, and try to make some money off this. I would absolutely not bet the minus 250 on Risacher going first, even though that is the most likely outcome. The second overall pick is expected to be Sarr. He's at minus 650. So obviously, if he's not there for the number two pick to the Washington Wizards' sake, then it would be Risacher, and Risacher is plus 650 here. So you can really make some money on this draft if there is some uncertainty. So definitely monitor all the draft gurus throughout the day on Wednesday. See what news gets out there. It remains to be seen exactly what order a lot of these guys will go in because technically there is no clear-cut number one in this draft. A lot of people like Risacher, a lot of people like Sarr. They're intrigued by 7'2" Donovan Clingan. The best shooter in this draft is expected to be the kid from Kentucky. So in that sense, Reed Sheppard has a high ceiling, and we'll see where he ends up going. He is favored to go third at the moment at minus 160 at DraftKings, with Clingan second at plus 350, and Stephon Castle from UConn, who had a great freshman year and played glue guy, but he really was the best player on the floor at times for the Huskies, and certainly their top prospect, even though Clingan is great in terms of his size-wise. Castle was their most talented player a lot of nights, certainly a great two-way player. His athleticism makes him a strong defender, and he will also be in the mix. To go third, you can get him at plus 850. There's Matas Buzelis, who played at G League Select. He's a Chicago-born Lithuanian kid who has a bright future as a two-way player. He was saying, I saw on James Sharania's Twitter feed that he was studying a lot of Andrei Kirilenko, the former Jazz star, to be that type of two-way player. Fargo's finest, Dalton Knecht, is also in the mix to be drafted in the top 10 after a great season at Tennessee following his strong start to his collegiate career at Northern Colorado. Rob Dillingham, who spent 1 year at Kentucky, is viewed as one of the best offensive players in this draft. He's a little slight of frame, barely 6'1", but he can get anywhere he wants on the floor. So it'll be interesting to see where he lands. TJ Saluan, another French kid, really a very high ceiling. His best days should be ahead of him. We'll see if he sneaks into the top 10. Ron Holland was expected to be a top 5 pick before the season at G League Select, and then has slipped some, but he should still be a lottery pick. You got Nikola Topic, who injured his ACL and will miss his rookie season, but still likely to be a lottery pick nonetheless. And then into the second round, we see a familiar name in Bronny James. And Bronny will be drafted at some point, but right now DraftKings has his number at 49.5. So if you like the over, and meaning that Bronny gets into the 50s on Thursday, then you have to juice out minus 170 on that. If you think he'll go inside of 50 picks, you can make some money at plus 135. I do not think Bronny James will go in the first round. Just there isn't that type of interest there, and there's no need for any team, be it the Lakers who want to make daddy happy, or another team that would love to pair up LeBron James in the final seasons of his career with his son to play mentor. I don't believe that is going to require a first round pick either. So they've been really selective, his team, into who he is working out for. He worked out for the Suns. So we'll see what happens with Bronny, but expect to see him selected on Thursday and not Wednesday. Save your money on any first round Bronny selections. Other guys that you may have heard of, Terrence Shannon Jr., he beat his rape allegations, so he has a clear bill of health, and for all intents and purposes, in terms of being drafted top 20. He could actually sneak into the lottery. I would bet the under on his draft position as opposed to him slipping. Really a great prospect in terms of his explosion and his ability to get to the rim. So I really like Terrence Shannon Jr. now that again he has been cleared of any allegations. Kel'el Ware from spent a season in Indiana. He's a very agile 7-footer with a really nice offensive game. He'll probably go in the 20s. Keyshawn George, very active two-way player, played at Miami for a season. He could sneak into the lottery. So could Jacoby Walter out of Baylor, who's a similar player to George in terms of being a two-way threat on the wing. But Bub Carrington from Pitt had a great freshman season and is a tall, agile ball handler. I think you'll see him get into the 20s. So again, take a look at all these draft positions. You can basically at DraftKings select who you want to go or for all the entire first round. So the 11th overall pick, for instance, the Chicago Bulls right now are tied to Ron Holland at plus 400, Rob Dillingham at plus 650. We'll see if Lonzo Ball makes it back this year, but Dillingham could fit a need there, and they're shopping Zach LaVine as well. Nikola Topic is at plus 700. Again, you can do this with all these draft picks throughout every single selection, from 1 to 30. So the Miami Heat pick 15th. They are in the line for to add another player to their arsenal. Jared McCain is the favorite. The guard out of Duke, he'll be a combo guard in the league. He's at plus 700. Isaiah Collier from USC is at plus 800. Jacoby Walters at plus 850. And Zach Edey, I haven't mentioned him yet in this video. He's at plus 1200, and somebody that the Heat could target as a positional get in terms of his. You can't teach his size at 7'4". He's somebody that the Heat have been tied to. So again, the draft will go off starting Wednesday at 8 o'clock at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. You can bet it any way you like. One play I would make is to go Alex Sarr, number 1, just for the opportunity to get 600, a plus 600 on it. The number 7 pick also is an interesting choice for me. I think the Portland Trailblazers will end up with Cody Williams, Jalen Williams' younger brother. Jalen had a fantastic first couple of seasons with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And Cody Williams really liked what he did with the Colorado Buffaloes as a freshman, despite the fact that he had some injury concerns this past season. But I really like his upside. I think he goes 7th overall to the Blazers, and you can get plus 400 on that. Smash that like button and make sure you subscribe to all our videos here at Wager Talk TV so you never miss any of our free advice. And again, you can follow me on Twitter. I'll probably be tweeting during the draft at Mejia Dinero, spelling down there below. And you can also check out my page at sportsmemo at sm.buzz/TDM for free plays and packages. Hope you have a wonderful, profitable draft. And I thank you for watching this video. I'm Tony Mejia. Thanks again.